First time it was used here was on the PGA Tour. I think it's something like 40,000 frames per second. Or to see that compression and see how much that racket just actually shakes in Henman's hand.
Yeah, it's amazing, isn't it? It makes my elbow a little sore just to see that.
This is where Henman almost needs to be wary, because Kiefer's behind and he seems to relax and play some of his best tennis. One of his best passes. Henman said in his press conference after his match with Tabari, he's getting paid by the hour at this year's US Open. Still a pretty good rate, but another 2 more to add to the total. Almost 11 hours now for Henman on court.
Well, as is the nature of tennis, you know, you put in these 2 hours and there's nothing more important than this moment right here. Your hard work always takes you to the next important moment. Sadly, the clock doesn't just run out and you're ahead. You have to break the tape at the end of the day.
Bidding today to become the first Briton through to the quarterfinals of the US Open since Greg Grzeski managed that feat back in 1997. Before that, it was John Lloyd who had made it through to the quarterfinals back in 1984. John Lloyd on that run through to his defeat against Jimmy Connors, beat a certain Peter Fleming, who's on our team here in the opening round.
So he had a good draw. Well, sometimes you have to take advantage of those good draws.
Setting a few records of his own this year. First man through to the semi-finals of the French Open for 41 years. Previous Brit who had managed to reach it that far was Mike Sangster. Henman currently in full flow in this last 16 encounter.
Game, Henman, new balls, please.
What a difference a couple of hours makes. Henman 4-love down in that first set. All of a sudden, 3-love up in the third. Set all. Henman in charge.
With air conditioning, ABS, CD player, alloy wheels, plus a whole lot more. The generously equipped Focus Edge from $10,995. Pass it on.
Having trouble finding your perfect partner? With hundreds of thousands of cars in Auto Trader every week, you're bound to find yours.
The generously equipped Focus Edge from $10,995. Take a test drive at your local Ford dealer.
It's always dangerous to do, but you can't help thinking at this stage of the match, with the way that Henman's playing, that the quarterfinals is a distinct possibility. If you were to get there, it would be the winner of the match between Dominic Babati and Olivier Rochus would be his opponent. And I think Henman would have signed for either of those two players at the start of the tournament for a quarter-final play, for a semi-final play, sorry.
Yeah, and I think he's happy to see this man across the net here in the 4th round. So things are breaking Henman's way. Just has to stay the course.
Thank you. Seats quick. Thank you. Seats quickly, please. Back of the court. Seats quickly, please. Seats quickly, please.
Labor Day here across America, and Kiefer is going to have to work hard. No vacation time for him. Still some people just taking their time to sit down in the seats.
Love.
This tennis centre here, the Arthur Ashe Stadium court, designed by the same company that did the one down at the Crandon Park Tennis Centre, the Miami Masters Series event. Again, just getting the right balance to his approach play.
Yeah, and that is the optimal place to attack, deep into that forehand wing. Kiefer clearly not as comfortable with just the one hand on that side.
Henman just dominating the German at the moment. And Kiefer, a man with 6 titles to his name, but the last one coming all the way back in 2000, in the fall of 2000. That was in Hong Kong. Also won another title that year in Dubai. Won 3 titles in 1999. Beginning of 2000, he had his career high ranking of 4. That's when he was with a certain Bob Brett.
Well, he has really slipped off his pedestal. I mean, early on, he was clearly the better man on the court. But now he is struggling mightily. Relatively easy error off the forehand. Can the Brit take advantage right here? Chance to go up 2 breaks in this 3rd set.
He does. Henman doing everything right, and Kiefer can't find the touch that saw him take that lead in the 1st set. And it's almost as though the German doesn't believe anymore. Henman, who's been having his injury troubles, and Kiefer, who's had his as well, with some ankle injuries that he had back in 2000, which sort of contributed to the slump that he had in the March of that year.
15.
His memory of 2002 US Open won't be particularly good for Nicholas Kiefer as well. He lost to Marat Safin in the longest match of that year. Well, actually it tied exactly 4 hours and 32 minutes. He played Safin and suffered with major leg cramps.
And Henman, again, playing with a variety, opting not to come in behind the 2nd serve, but cleaning up off the return from the back of the court. As Henman glancing up as another jet in its takeoff pattern from LaGuardia Airport. passing just overhead.
Henman's doubles outnumbering his aces at the moment. 5 for the British number 1. And he almost has a spell over the German at the moment, and he just wants to keep it that way. LaGuardia Airport, named after a former mayor of New York.
Video.
No doubt that Henman's play has contributed to the situation that Kiefer finds himself in at the moment. But I think his mental attitude at the moment is not helping the situation. Electing to serve and volley off the second serve. Not a bad play when you saw how far Kiefer was back behind the baseline. But the German, that innate ability to put the ball where you least want it. Break back point.
Now, Kiefer is a dangerous animal when he's down as far as he is, because he's taking swings now. He's loose. In many ways, he's conceded the set, so just taking some chances, trying to make something happen, and coming very close.
Advantage Henman.
He can swing all he likes at that one, but all he'll get was fresh air. 4th ace, second of the set for Henman.
Game Henman.
Make that his 5th ace. A lovely finish and a convincing finish to that game from Tim Henman. And Kiefer trails by a massive love 5. Inside edge of the line, good shot of that one, just swinging away from Henman. His 9th ace.
Now, Kiefer not really sensing the importance of this game. I mean, if he can at least break this run of games against him, have some confidence to draw upon going into the 4th set. Otherwise, he surrenders the opening serve to Henman in the next set.
Starting to get a bit of the Olympic jinx about him as well, Kiefer. Henman again closing down the net and closing out this set, it seems, in emphatic style.
15-40.
Marty Fish out in the second round, the silver medalist. Nicholas Massou out in the second round, the gold medalist from Athens. Fernando Gonzalez, a bronze medalist